All right, here we are today. We're going to talk about two brushes, the blush and bronzer brush and the 3D brush. So let's start with the 3D brush. This used to be one of my absolute favorites, and then I kind of switched over to the blush and bronzer brush, but um, the cone end is super flexible. You can see that. And it's excellent for detail work. So, you know, contouring your nose, getting in those small crevices in your eye, putting in your lines for all your contour. This is your friend. This denser, rounded end is great for blending. So that's what we're going to start with. I've already moisturized yesterday. You can see by my lips. I was outside at work all day, and 12 hours in Florida weather in the winter seems like a lot of fun, except for it's still winter. So it dried me out really bad, and my lips are incredibly chapped because I did not run out and get any lip protection. All right. So I'm gonna go in. This tip grabs a lot of product. You can see I just bounced that tip in my white peach, and I've got a lot of white peach. So I may be more highlight than normal. It definitely is depositing a lot of color. There's a lot of give with this brush. You can see it's shaping to my face as I dab it on. I like to put my highlight color all through my T-zone. Let's take the nose ring out. I like my whole mask area to be brightened, because that's what people focus on when they first meet you. They're like, ooh, look at that glowing radiance right out of the center of her core. And then I'm going to use trying to avoid my lips. They hate me right now. That same tip, and I'm gonna watch when I do it, because otherwise it's gonna be too much. Lightly tap in the Frenchie. Go under the eye with it so that I can neutralize under my eyes. And then I'm gonna use the same end and go into Aura. Which is my main all over color. And lightly feather strokes with this end. Nose itching. And then I'm going to go into my shadow contour. And contours are a little drier, so you need to pinch together so that those bristles or a denser base. Bring my contour around. And you can contour your nose with it. And then use the rounded side to blend everything out. I like to blend all of my contours first. It's just personal preference. Everyone's got their patterns that they follow. And then it's so soft. And then with the rounded end, I'm going to go into the color, the lip and cheek color called Nude. I'm going to place it right along here. So this brush is better if you're looking for strategic placement. So my contour has been strategically placed. My blush has been strategically placed. I'm not going to put anything on my lips because they're hating me right now. But I can also go into shadow with this pointed end and add a little color to my brow. If I want it. So that is the 3D brush. Strategic placement and a good blend. The blush and bronzer brush has become one of my favorite brushes. I use it for all of my blending. I don't typically use it for any placement because of its wide base. It's just too, for me, big for my face. So first, I've got some hormonal issues going on here. I'm gonna just dab on the aspen. Gone. And then with the denser end, I'm gonna go in with my white peach. The blush and bronzer brush is what I use when I'm like wanting to get the coverage and get it covered fast. This is my 5 minutes and out the door brush. On those days, I'm not thinking too much about contour or anything like that, typically. My eyes are watering. All right, fast. Now into the aura with that same dense end. Again, it's so fast. It gives you that nice airbrush finish. because of how spread apart the bristle base is, you can't possibly pick up too much product. Excuse me. So now I'm going to go in on the side, grab a little shadow. You got to create an edge with the brush that may or may not actually be there. So now we're going to go ahead and blend. Blending in my contour first, and then the fluffy end. Just smooth everything else out. I could not use the dense end for my brows here. I'm going to use the dense end for some color and apply. So, more defined with the 3D or more fast coverage with the blush and bronzer. It's your choice. I'm going to go with 3D and finish with the blush and bronzer.